On the Red Carpet is taking you halfway around the world to Star Wars Celebration 2025. The Mandalorian himself, Pedro Pascal, on this adorable co-star.
He's a baby yum.
Diego Luna and the cast of Andor tease their second and final season.
It's gonna be intense. It's gonna be intense.
And Rosario Dawson tries not to spill any Ahsoka secrets.
We're shooting it in London. Hayden's gonna be back.
Plus, a Star Wars casting surprise.
That rumor is 100% true.
All this, and we're taking you inside the invitation-only Power the Force party, checking out Star Wars cosplay from around the world, and going shopping for exclusive Star Wars Celebration merchandise. From Tokyo, Japan, this is On the Red Carpet. Celebrate Star Wars.
Hello and welcome to Star Wars Celebration 2025 here in Tokyo, Japan. Star Wars fans from all around the world come here to this celebration because they want to be the first to get the big announcements and to get sneak previews of the upcoming movies and shows and to get their hands on all the new Star Wars merchandise. Star Wars Celebration welcomes some of the biggest names from the Star Wars universe to Tokyo, Japan. Like the Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal.
There isn't a more tangible way of knowing how much people love something than by attending a Star Wars celebration.
Andor, Diego Luna.
I was never expecting this to happen in my life.
And Ahsoka, Rosario Dawson. No spoilers.
Spoilers. I know the memo comes out about you can't say anything that hasn't been already pre-approved, blah, 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 and I was like, this is all for me. This has nothing to do with anyone else. I cannot be trusted.
We'll hear much more from these Star Wars royalty and their co-stars in just a bit. Star Wars Celebration 2025 welcomed 105,000 fans from 125 countries around the world, making it the biggest international Star Wars celebration ever. More than 30% of them traveled from the United States.
It's been really cool getting to see exclusive content and just looking forward to what's to come in the world of Star Wars.
The 3-day weekend was packed with star-studded panels.
We grew up with Star Wars, so getting to see cast members in real life, it's just mind-blowing.
Photo ops.
Picture with Hayden Christensen, and so amazing. I fly from Mexico to here to Japan to meet her, and wow, it's amazing to be here.
Creative cosplay.
I'm terribly sorry about my appearance. Young Anakin never completed me.
Cosplay is super special because it's just a way for us to showcase our talent, but also our fandom.
And shopping. Lots of shopping.
We have over 50 licensees here from around the world who have really come together and brought their best product for the Star Wars fans. We have so many incredible exclusives, from action figures to helmets to socks and apparel and clothing, and we're so excited to have everybody here.
Everyone here seems to be talking about the Mandalorian and Grogu, so we're talking with the film stars and the filmmakers.
Pedro Pascal!
Fans went wild for the Mandalorian and Grogu star Pedro Pascal when he showed up on stage in Tokyo.
I'll never forget the first day that I got to sit down with John and Dave in the writer's room, and they showed me, wall-to-wall story illustrations of the first season of Mandalorian.
7 years later, and with 3 seasons of The Mandalorian under his belt on Disney+, Pedro is ready to take his character to the big screen. And he has the Mandalorian creator, Jon Favreau, as his director.
I think Jon Favreau is a genius, and I think that this is going to be one of the best adventure movies ever. He allows me to author it in the way that I can, in the space that I can take in this I'm eternally grateful to that.
I was so excited for John today because John and I have worked together a long time on The Mandalorian and on Ahsoka. I know how passionate he is for Star Wars, and it's great to see the fans react to the work and the movie coming.
Although details of the film are being kept under wraps, we do know this marks sci-fi superstar Sigourney Weaver's Star Wars debut.
Can you tell us how you came to be part of this film, please?
I got really lucky. Sci-fi fans are unlike any other fans. They are so passionate. They really believe. They give themselves wholeheartedly to the story.
She's played such strong characters and she's such a strong performer that she brings that, I think, with her, so that the first time you even see her on screen, you remember deep down the films you've grown up with and what she's done for the genre.
And of course, we couldn't forget about Grogu.
He doesn't talk back. Not when the cameras aren't rolling, anyway.
He's a diva.
He's a baby. He's a baby, yum yum.
Look for The Mandalorian and Grogu in theaters in May of 2026. But you don't have to wait at all to see the second and final season of Andor. It's streaming right now on Disney+.
We're in a war. You want to fight? Or you want to win?
The action, fast-paced. The drama, non-stop. That's what's happening in Season 2 of Andor.
He has to move, man. He has to move. I mean, change is asking for a reaction, you know, for action, for involvement. He's always, there's no time to breathe here.
It talks about people, it talks about a rebellion, and it talks about the union of people sort of coming together in hope of change. So it has to be intense.
Every one of these characters is facing desperate decisions that they did not want to make in their life. Everybody, when history comes and the tsunami of a revolution comes, and it forces people to make choices.
Well, it's an exploration of our humanity, and so there are moments of great highs and there are moments of deep lows.
Turn out the lights.
Can't believe you had me followed.
The story we tell is much deeper than it's just like a kooky, weird love affair. It's quite sad and tragic to be unable to be truly vulnerable or to be truly seen and to only know how to manipulate.
He's negotiating a beginning of, if you can call it, a relationship with Dedra, and a relationship with his mother and a relationship to the Empire. So he's in a transitory period of feeling like things are possible.
As Andor reaches its conclusion, its star, Diego Luna, reflected on how the show and this character helped him realize what could be possible in his own life.
What Cassian has brought to me, what Rogue One brought, the chance to work with Tony Gilroy's material, the chance to be part of this cast, the chance to be a producer and witness the journey of all these amazing creatives. I'm blessed, man.
Ahsoka herself, Rosario Dawson!
Fans at Star Wars Celebration were thrilled to see the return of Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka and get the latest news on the second season, including a big character reunion.
You know, we're shooting it in London. Hayden's gonna be back. We get a second season and I want a third. How's that?
Sounds pretty good. Yep, Hayden Christensen is returning to the fold as Anakin Skywalker. Fans know Ahsoka and Anakin have a history. She was trained by Anakin in the Clone Wars.
Bring to life this relationship that has already been established in live action with someone that I've known for a while has been a lot of fun, and I think it sort of aided us in just making it feel real.
When the first season came out, we had the strike, and so we couldn't even promote it. And when I think about, how the fan response was to it, there were premieres all around the world, and I remember just getting goosebumps and crying, watching people in the audience responding to the material. And to be able to be here 2 years later, I'm just so grateful for this opportunity.
Up next, a Star Wars Celebration surprise.
That rumor is 100% true.
The Hollywood heartthrob joining the Star Wars family. Plus, an iconic villain is stepping into the spotlight.
To finally take this character, give him his own show, it's a new challenge.
And later, we're taking you inside the invitation-only Power the Force party.
Plus, how you can live out your Star Wars fantasies at Disney parks around the world.
You're watching Emmy Award-winning On the Red Carpet.
What a moment this was. Ryan Gosling surprising the crowd at Star Wars Celebration. Ryan confirming his lead role in the upcoming movie Star Wars Starfighter from Deadpool and Wolverine director Sean Levy.
This script is so good. It's so filled with heart, and it's and humor and adventure, and I just think that's what Sean does better than anyone.
Starfighter is not a sequel. It's not a prequel. It's a new standalone adventure.
Like so many at Star Wars Celebration, both Ryan and Sean are lifelong Star Wars fans.
My mother actually sent a picture of my Star Wars sheets. I had them at 5. You know, you're probably dreaming about Star Wars before you ever saw it. It's always been there, and it probably framed, our idea of what even a movie was.
Star Wars Starfighter will take place a few years after the events of The Rise of Skywalker, and clearly, these two are very excited.
Ryan Gosling in a Star Wars movie, I can't imagine anything cooler. And so the script we have is really, it's like a transfusion from both of us. So it's got both our creative blood flowing in the story.
You got really specific there. I was told this was a generic interview.
Damn it! I know. Okay.
I didn't realize we were getting specific.
Star Wars Starfighter begins filming this fall and will open in theaters in May 2027.
Maul Shadow Lord.
This year, Lucasfilm Animation celebrates its 20th anniversary, and with that comes some big announcements, including one for a series years in the making.
I've been playing him for 15 years. So to finally take this character, give him his own show, it's a new challenge.
Maul Shadow Lord premieres next year on Disney+.
What's the situation?
But this year, Disney Plus is celebrating May 4th with Tales of the Underworld. Also on Disney Plus, Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy returns for a sequel series, Pieces of the Past, this September, alongside Volume 3 of Star Wars Visions in October, and its spin-off series, Star Wars Visions Presents The Ninth Jedi, coming next year. New shows weren't the only excitement at Star Wars Celebration. Nubs from Young Jedi Adventures made his Star Wars Celebration debut. Younglings can watch him in new episodes this fall on Disney Plus and Disney Junior.
For light and life.
Still ahead, a samurai-inspired lightsaber spectacular.
I'm in the middle of a 360 Jedi battle.
Plus, let's go shopping. We found a 24-karat gold Star Wars chess set and a pricey porcelain Darth Vader. And later, how you can live out your Star Wars fantasy at Disney parks around the world.
The night before Star Wars Celebration officially opened, there was a Power of the Force private party for 50 of the social media world's biggest Star Wars fans. The party was hosted by Jar Jar Binks actor Ahmed Best and the voice of the animated Ahsoka, Ashley Eckstein.
Star Wars has changed my life, but more importantly, Star Wars fans have changed my life.
Partygoers were given the first look at some of the new merchandise about to be revealed at Star Wars Celebration. But the big surprise guest of the night? C-3PO himself, actor Anthony Daniels.
I am C-3PO, human cyborg relations.
Highlight of the night, I would say, honestly, seeing C-3PO. That's a nice little surprise.
That was followed by another surprise. A samurai-inspired lightsaber battle.
The highlight was thinking I'm just coming to a Star Wars themed dinner and I'm in the middle of a 360 Jedi battle.
There is so much to see here, so much to do here, and so much to buy here. From lightsabers to Lego, Star Wars collectors lined up to snatch up exclusive items available only at Star Wars Celebration in Japan.
It's an Ultimate Collector's Series set, so it's our biggest, most high detail, most accurate iteration of the ship that we've ever made.
That item in particular is what we are happy to highlight here at Celebration.
Spent about $100 on this, so it's a pretty steep price for a figure, but you know, I won't get this anywhere else.
We've bought a lot of art, a lot of figures, a lot of apparel. Yeah, a lot.
A lot means how much?
Thousands.
We found a Grogu skateboard, character watches, and even a pricey Star Wars chess set.
This year we decided to gild them in 24-karat gold.
And then there's gaming. EA and Lucasfilm Games announced Star Wars Zero Company, a turn-based tactics game set in the Clone Wars. And
we're giving a first look at our newest project, Beyond Victory, mixed reality playset, which is a super cool new experience.
There really is something for everyone.
We got the Grogu in the pod.
This is by far the hottest item. This is the Sith Samurai satin jacket from Roosevelt.
You got some nice holographic socks. You know, something useful, something I can wear on a daily basis, but a nice little memento of the time here.
It's just the Death Star, the trench run, and the schematics and all that.
I buy 3 boxes of tops because I am a big Star Wars fan.
We have some exclusive cards that we're handing out that are only available here. We also have pins, 3 different pins, 1 for each day of celebrations.
We have the Ahsoka box set, which is sold out for today, and that was probably one of our hottest sellers. It's 3 of the pins, all from the Clone Wars series.
From pins to porcelain. Check out this Yadro Darth Vader figure adorned with cherry blossoms.
So we only have 88 pieces worldwide.
The price, $6,000. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I did pick up a few items for my friends and family who are Star Wars fans.
So much magic was made here.
Star Wars fans will love this. The second season of Light and Magic shows the inside story of the effects company Industrial Light and Magic, founded by George Lucas.
Computer graphics is the future. ILM's ready to do the Phantom Menace.
As George said there, that when he originally created ILM, it was to bring together people who like to break the status quo and are not afraid of the impossible. In fact, they love it. There's nothing more rebellious than that.
Something that was important to me was that people see that this work is done by human beings.
This is a company that's been around for 50 years, and these 2 seasons have only given scraps of surface about what the company did.
This was the first time we were going to create a CG character that could live in a live-action film.
These documentaries are so important because you watch this and you see, oh, wait a minute, that's a job that I can do. Is there a path there? It is such an inspiration.
The work that was done here will live forever.
Both seasons of Light and Magic are streaming now on Disney+.
Up next, the incredibly creative cosplay that took center stage at Star Wars Celebration. Plus, see what's new for Star Wars fans at Disney parks around the world.
If you're a Star Wars fan or Star Wars fanatic and you couldn't get here to Star Wars Celebration in Japan, well, you can still live out all your Jedi adventures at Disney parks and experiences around the world. Tony Cabrera is doing just that. Hello, Tony.
Hey, George, looks like you're having a good time at Star Wars Celebration. Let's start here at Disneyland in Anaheim, California, where we're exploring Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Now through May 11th, Season of the Force is underway at Disneyland Park, featuring a new nightly projection show, Shadows of Memory, a Skywalker saga, and Fire of the Rising Moons, which presents Disneyland's famous fireworks with a Star Wars twist. There's also special food items, merchandise, and much more.
Oh my gosh, there's a stormtrooper awaiting our arrival.
Of course, Galaxy's Edge is fun year-round, as the cast of the Star Wars series Skeleton Crew found out.
Oh.
Are you conspiring with the Resistance?
Maybe. Yes, possibly. Maybe.
We tagged along with the young stars of the Disney Plus adventure as they built their own droids.
Frederick 33.
Sipped some blue milk.
That's nice. 10 out of 10.
And took flight on the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run.
Sorry, guys.
While the Skeleton Crew kids visited Disneyland in California, other celebs like Jason Sudeikis, Roger Federer, and Ian Armitage lived out their Star Wars dreams at Walt Disney World in Florida. Walt Disney World features favorite Star Wars attractions like Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and Star Tours The Adventures Continue. You'll also find a Star Tours experience at Disneyland Paris, plus Hyperspace Mountain in both Paris and Hong Kong Disneyland. Even the Disney Cruise Line gets in on the Star Wars action.
Right now, we are in the Star Wars cargo bay, and as you can see, there's creatures from across the galaxy all around. This one likes to live in the sewers. Let's see if the Dianoga wants to come out. Yeah, very cool.
These are very cool too. You might have seen these playful BDX droids roaming around Disneyland. They'll be visiting several other Disney parks as well, and they'll appear in that upcoming movie, The Mandalorian and Grogu. And speaking of Mando and Grogu, Disney's Imagineers gave us an update on what they'll be up to at Disney parks.
We're really excited to be rolling out a brand new mission for Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. It's going to feature Mando and Grogu. It's going to come out the same day as the film, and it's an incredible way for fans to be able to not just see some of their favorite characters, but actually get to go on a bounty hunting mission right alongside them.
We really get to expand the Star Wars galaxy, not just sort of live out our fantasies and our childhood dreams, but kind of create new childhood dreams.
And that's going to wrap up this edition of On the Red Carpet. We leave you now with more sights and sounds from Star Wars Celebration. From Tokyo, Japan, for On the Red Carpet, I'm George Pinocchio. May the Force be with you.
I am C-3PO.